Good morning, parents and students. We are now on second week of quarter number 2 of our lesson in mathematics. Of course, it is about decimal number. So, under the decimal numbers, we will be discussing about the subtopics in decimals we're in. We are going first is we are going to compare and arrange the decimal numbers. The second one is add and subtract decimal numbers to thousands with and without regrouping. Okay? So, basically, decimal pa din, pero we will be arranging decimals. It will depend on how we are going to arrange it. It is either ascending or descending. So, when we say ascending, from smaller to the biggest decimal, and when we say descending, it is from the biggest going to the smallest. So this will be our topics, comparing and arranging decimal numbers. And then the next one is we will be doing addition, this one, and subtraction of decimal numbers through thousands with and without regrouping. So without further ado, let us proceed. So there are pretests written given to us. It's just we are being tested if we know or kung meron tayong natatandaan about the decimals. But in this case, pwede naman natin na diretso na tayo doon sa ating lesson so that we would know kung paano. This one is syempre looking back, meaning this is just a review of the lesson that we had last week, which is about the place value of numbers, and then syempre rounding it off. That was the lesson that we had last week. This time, sabi nga sa atin, is you're going to be arranging, pero let us try to go to the lesson. Okay, so example, meron tayo ditong start of look for a better example. This one's already addition. Still addition. Okay, saan na yun? Try to look for it. Nagloloko na naman ang aking ginagamit na tablet. Kaya medyo nagiging matagal. Okay. So, dito tayo sa letter B. Okay, as you can see, arrange the decimals found in the box below from least to greatest. Okay. So, this one, least to greatest daw. So, from smallest to biggest, yun ang gagawin natin. So, least to greatest. So, paano ba yan? The first thing that we have to do in order for us to arrange this decimals is that we have to write it vertically. Okay, paano ba yan? So, let's go to number 1, ha? So, we have 0 and 43 hundredths. We have 0 and 536 thousandths. And we have 0 and 636 thousandths. Okay? So, if you are given with numbers written horizontally, gano'n, if we're going to answer it, isulat nyo ng parang patayo, horizontally, ganyan. Now, what would be the clues and hints? Make sure na you arrange the numbers according to their place value. As you can see, in this example, pinagtapat-tapat ko yung lahat ng number na nasa ones place. Pinagtapat-tapat ko yung mga decimal point. And then, tapat din yung tens, hundreds, and then thousands. So basically, halos, let's say na halos katabi sila. Now, in this example, in our first decimal, makikita natin na dalawa lang yung kanyang place value. On the second example, meron siyang tatlong place value. On the third, meron din siyang tatlong place value. So, tenths, hundreds, tenths, hundreds, thousands, tenths, hundreds, thousands. Now, the easiest way to do it is make sure na yung lahat ng decimal numbers, they have equal numbers of decimal places. Ibig sabihin, kung ito ay may tatlo, ito ay may tatlo, at ito ay dalawa, gawin mong tatlo. How are you going to do that? You can do that by adding 0. Okay? So, ayan. So, pare-pareho na silang mayroon tatlong number. The only thing or the only number that you will add is 0. Yun lang ang pwede mong idagdag. So, hindi ka pwede maglagay ng 1, hindi ka pwede maglagay ng 2, etc. It is only 0 that you can add. Okay? So, remember, the rule given to us is we're going to arrange this from smallest to biggest. Okay? So, paano magagawin yon? So, syempre, you start on the smallest. Hanapin mo yung smallest. Hanapin mo dyan sa tatlong yan, yung pinakamaliit. So, since in the ones place, pare-pareho naman silang 0. So, parang wala na yan. Cancel na yan. So, ibig sabihin, pare-pareho sila. Next, we go to the next digit, which is the numbers in the tens place, which is 4, 5, and 6. Ano yung pinaka-maliit dyan? So, ang pinaka-maliit ay ito, 4. So, yung pinaka-maliit compared to 5 and then 6. So, ibig sabihin, siya na yung mauna. So, you will have 0 and 43 hundredths. Or you can say 430 thousandths kung ilalagay mo yung 0. Pero kung hindi mo ilalagay, 0 and 43 hundredths lang. Next. Sabihin, wala na to. Tapos na yan. So, dalawa lang natira. Ito na lang. So, which is smaller between this one and this one? So, ganun pa din. You look at the first digit. Alin pa rin ang mas maliit? So, we have here 5 and we have here 6. We know that 5 is smaller than 6. So, mauuna yung 5 kaysa dun sa 6. So, the next number would be 0 and 536 thousandths. Okay? So, tapos na yan. So, dahil siya na lang yung natitira, siya na yung mahuhuli. 0 and 636 thousandths. Ibig sabihin, the arrangement of these three decimals is una to, followed by this decimal, and then followed by this decimal. Remember, smallest to biggest ang ating rule o yun yung pinapagawa sa atin. So, parang nangyari, halos pare-pareho lang sila, di ba? Hindi na bago yung position ng number. So, let's go to the next one. So, to this example. So, let's see kung paano. Remember, the rule that we are using is smallest to biggest. Okay, so let us copy the numbers first. Number 2, so we have 0 and 61 hundredths. And then the next one is we have 0 and 821 thousandths. And then the third one is 0 and 766 thousandths. Okay? Now, ganun pa rin gawin natin. As you can see, now we have here all zeros. Ayun. Meron tayong dito ang dalawang decimal place. We have here 3 decimal places. We have here 3 decimal places. So, ang sabi ko nga kanina, if ever na para mas maging madali, para makapagsagot, para malaman natin kung ano yung smallest, make sure na pare-pareho sila ng bilang ng place value. So, kung ito ay may dalawang place value, ito ay may tatlo, ito ay may tatlo, gawin din natin na sila ay tatlo. Okay? So, you can add 0 there. So, remember, dagdag lang natin itong 0 na to, ha? Now, yan pa din. Start from here. Alin ang pinakamaliit? So, since sila ay pare-parehong 0, so cancel na yan. Okay. We have here the decimal point. Decimal point, decimal point, decimal point. And then, punta tayo dun sa ones place. Ito. Ones place, ones place, ones place. As you can see, magkakaiba sila. Diba? Which among these decimals is the smallest? So, 6, 8, and 7. So, all we know naman that the smallest is 6. So, compared to these two numbers, alam natin na mas maliit yung 6. So, siya na yung possible na, siya na yung mauuna. So, we have 0 and 61 hundredths. Or tandaan nyo kasi yung 0, dinagdag lang natin, di ba? So, wala na yan. Now, let's go to the remaining decimals. We have here 0 and 121 thousandths, 0 and 766 thousandths. Between dito sa dalawang to, alin ang smaller? Remember, the rule is smallest to biggest. Mula sa pinakamaliit hanggang sa pinakamalaki or least to greatest, parang ganun. So, between 8 and 7, we know that 7 is smaller than this one. So, yun ang susunod natin. So, we have here 0 and 766 thousandths. And, dahil tatlo naman sila tinatira, siya na yung last natin. Okay, so ito na yung ating sagot in the example number 2. That will be our answer. So, that's how you make it. Okay, that is smallest to biggest. Now, kung babaliktarin mo naman yan, so let's try to change the rule, or let's say the direction. So, kung halimbawa, sinabi na arrange naman from biggest to smallest. So, gagawin natin is hanapin natin yung pinaka malaki. So, gamitin lang natin na example yung number. Let's use a different example na ulo naman. So, let's say we have 0 and 436 thousandths, 0 and 481 thousandths, and the last ones we have 0 and 500. Let's say 54 hundredths na lang. Okay? Remember, the rule is from biggest to smallest. Okay? So, again, pantay-pantay. Pantay-pantay ang decimal point. Pantay-pantay din yung kanyang mga ones place, tens place, hundreds place. And as you can see here, we have here na 3 digits ng decimals. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dito, we only have 2. So, we can add 0 there. Okay? Now, remember, biggest to smallest tayo, ha? So, dahil pare-pareho sila, cancel. Now, dito, 4, 4, 5. Alin ang pinaka malaki? So, alam natin na 5 ang malaki. So, siya yung mauuna. So, we have 0 and 54 hundredths. Okay? Dahil siya yung namang mas malaki. Kasi biggest to smallest tayo. Next. So, wala na to. May natira tayo ng dalawa. Okay. Since dahil dito, pareho silang 4, maka-cancel natin yan. We will go on to the next digit. Okay? Remember, biggest to smallest. So, we will now look at 3 and then 8. Alin ang malaki? 3 or 8? So, we know that 8 is bigger than 3. So, ito yung susunod natin. So, copyhin mo yung buong number. 0 and 481 thousandths. So, cancel na siya. Dahil tatlo sila, siya na yung huling-huli. 0 and 436 thousandths. So, this will be our answer. This is biggest to smallest. Okay? That is about arranging decimals from biggest to smallest, or pwede rin naman na arranging decimals from smallest to biggest. Okay? So, hindi to, may answer na dyan. Now, this one, meron naman tayo dyan, danaw na i-add. So, this one is adding. This one naman is subtracting. Okay? So dito, tayo dito sa check your understanding, comparing decimals dito. So in comparing decimals, so syempre, there are three symbols being used. So we have the symbols greater than, we have the symbol less than, and we have the symbol equal to. Now, in this lesson, kailangan malaman natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng mga values. Kapag ganito, this is greater than. Ibig sabihin, yung unang number, so, yung unang number ay mas malaki dito. So, ibig sabihin nito is greater than. So, let's say we have 2 is greater than 1. So, yung 2 mas malaki kaysa sa 1. Ano ba yung pinaka madaling explanation using these symbols? Okay, using these symbols, kailangan mo lang maintindihan na kung ano yung malaki, siya yung kakainin nung parang crocodile. Ganyan yung naging parang turo din sa amin nung teacher namin na kung ano yung malaki, siya yung kakainin. May previous students told me na, sir, parang si Pacman, siya yung kakainin. Tama, pwede rin naman, di ba? Na kung alin yung may malaking number, siya yung kakainin. So, tingnan natin, ha? Let's use yung sinasabi na example na kakainin at hindi. Okay, so let's say 5 is greater than, sorry, malito kayo, 5 is greater than 4. Okay. 3 is less than 8. Okay. Yan yung makikita natin. So, paano yun ibig sabihin yun? Tignan nyo. Ito yung symbol natin, greater than. Ito yung symbol natin, less than. Tignan nyo yung itsura niya, para nakaganon siya. So, ang sabi nga, kung sino yung may malaking value o mas malaking number, siya yung kakainin. Siya yung, kumbaga parang yung bibig. Parang bibig ni Pacman, di ba? Dahil siya ay mas malaki, mas gusto ni Pacman na siya yung kainin. Same thing here. 3 and then 8. Dahil ang 8 ay mas malaki kaysa sa 3, siya naman yung kakainin, di ba? Siya yung kakainin. So, 5 is greater than 4. 3 is less than 8. Remember, kung alin ang mas malaki, siya yung kakainin ng symbol. Okay? So, let's try yung example dito. Okay? Subukan natin. So, syempre, yung last symbol, yung equal, syempre, ibig sabihin nun, parehas. Parehas sila ng value. Magkakatalo yan dahil dun sa ginamit na 0. So, let's try. So, paano mo malalaman na pareho yan? Kopyahin mo muna yung dalawang number and then sulat mo sila vertically nakatayo. So, 6, 1, 3, decimal point, 2, 8, 5. Next one is 6, 1, 3, decimal point, 2, 5, 8. Okay? So, compare natin. Dahil pareho, cancel. Pareho, cancel. Pareho, cancel. Pareho, cancel. Now, kita natin sila. Ito ay 8. Ito ay 5. So, alin ang mas malaki? Mas malaki itong 8 kesa dito sa 5. So, dahil ang 8 o yung unang number ay mas malaki doon sa pangalawang number, the symbol that we will use is greater than. Okay? So, that's how you do it. Mas malaki siya. So, 613 and 285,000 is greater than 613 and 258,000. That's number 2. Let's try the next one. So, ganun pa din. Sulat mo siya ng vertical para mas madali sa'yo, para mas maging madali yung pag-distinguish ng numbers. So, 19 and 36, 09. Then you have 19 and 36, 0, 7. Okay? So, ganun pa din. Ay pantay. Cancel. Parehong 1, parehong 9, parehong 3, parehong 6, parehong 0, 9, and then 7. So, mas malaki yung 9 kaysa sa 7. So, greater than. Okay, let's try the third one. Same process. So, sulat pa din yung numbers. This is 0. We have 2, 2, 5, then 8. Then we have 0, 2, 5, 2, 8. Okay? Same procedure. Parehong 0, lipat sa susunod. Parehong 2, lipat sa susunod. Dahil ito ay 2 at ito ay 5, mas malaki yung 5 kaysa sa 2. This is bigger. So, the symbol that we will use is less than. No. Dahil mas malaki pa din to, greater than pa din. Okay? Mas malaki pa din. Let me see. Wait. 2. No. Mali. Wait. Ito nga, mas malaki. So, ito. Sorry. It's less than. Kasi mas malaki ito. This is 2 and 2. This is 2 and 5. 2 and 2, 2 and 5. Mas malaki ito. Okay. So, this is the correct answer. Less than. Let's go to the fourth one. So, we have 12 and 5, 3, 0. So, we have here 12 and 5 and 3. Now, makikita ninyo, ito ay may tatlong decimal place, ito ay may dalawa lang. Pwede mo yung dagdagan ng 0 para hindi ka malito at you would know na meron ka makukumpare number. Okay. Pareho. Since walang mas sa kanila, the answer here is equal. Okay? Equal. And let's go to the last one. So we have 9 and 342,000. And then we have 9 and 432,000. Okay. First digit, dahil pareho, cancel. Next digit, 3 and 4. 3 and then 4. Since 4 ay mas malaki kaysa sa 3, this is bigger. So, the answer here is less than. This one is less than this one. Okay? That is comparing the decimals. Okay? Now, let's go now on to the next topic, which is addition and subtraction. So, addition actually mas madali siya compared sa subtraction kasi para ka lang din nag-a-add ng normal or whole numbers. Nga lang, it just so happen na meron lang siyang kasama na decimal point. Okay? So, dito, may pinapa-arrange sa'yo. So, gawin naman yan. And then, punta tayo doon sa pag mag-a-add na talaga. Okay, let's just try to add the numbers. Let's have an example. Okay, so dyan nag-a-add na siya. Okay, let's go to the upper part. Okay, ito tayo. So, dito, direction. Arrange the numbers vertically and find the sum. This is on page 5. So, try natin. Add natin. Now, basically, the rule in adding decimals is the same as the rules in adding whole numbers. Ang kaibahan lang nila is you have to arrange the numbers according to their place value. Halimbawa, ganito. So, gamitin natin yung number. We have, wag mo na yan natin gamitin yan. Let's have a different example. So, let's say we have here, sabi, 0 and 3/10 plus 0 and 3900. Okay? So, kunyari, ganyan. In writing this equation, kailangan you have to make sure that the decimal points are in column, and at the same time, the place value of the numbers, kailangan sila yung magkakapantay. So, kunyari, nakita mo yan, hindi mo pwede sabihin yan na 0 and 3/10 plus 0 and 3900. Nakita mo yan. Kapag ganito ang ginawa mo, then, mali ka na. Okay? This is wrong. Mali. Okay. Bakit? Kasi, the rule in adding decimals is that kailangan pantay ang decimal point and yung place value. Makikita natin na hindi pantay yung decimal point dito. Ang pantay lang yung numbers dito sa kanan. Okay, in adding numbers, ganun yung ginagawa natin. We make sure that the numbers are aligned starting on the right side, di ba? But here, in adding decimals, hindi iyon ang ginagamit. Ang ginagamit ay kailangan ang decimal point ang magka-pantay. So, paano yun? So, usog muna natin to. So, that should be 0 and 3/10 plus 0 and 3900. Yan. So, ganito dapat. Ito yung tama. Okay? Ito yung tama. Kasi, as you can see, the place value of the numbers are in column with each other. The decimal point, they are also in column. And then, follow mo na lang yung ibang digits. Okay? Now, as you can see, meron dyan na ito yung 9, wala siyang katapat. Kapag walang katapat yung number, you can just add 0 para hindi kayo malito. Okay? So, remember, this is wrong. Huwag niyang gagawin. So, this is the proper way of doing it. So, remember, this is our given. Nire-write lang natin ng ganito. And then, just add. So, 0 plus 9 plus 9. 3 plus 3, that's 6. Decimal point, baba mo lang. And then 0. So, the answer is 0 and 69 hundredths. So, yan yung ating sagot. Okay? Now, let's try naman the given numbers. Ito. Subukan natin silang sagutan. So, number 1, we have 0 and 53 hundredths plus 0 and 62 hundredths. So, make sure that the decimal points are in column. So, we have here. Then, don't forget the symbol. So, ito yung symbol. So, that is addition. So, kailangan add. Okay, next. Add mo lang. Pantay sila, pantay sila, pantay, pantay. Dahil wala naman dito. Ignore it. 4 plus 2, you have 6. 5 plus 6, you have 11. So, just regrouping or magkaano na tayo. 1 dyan. You just have to write 1 here. And then you write 1 on the next digit. So, 1 plus 0 plus 0, that is 1. And then, copy the decimal point in column. So, we have 1 and 16 hundredths. So, that's a good thing about addition kasi madali lang siya. Add mo lang siya. So, let's try naman yung last one, yung third. Kasi this is now 3 addends. Okay. So, let's try that. So, we have 0 and okay, pababa natin. So, that's 0 and 77 hundredths plus 3 and 25 hundredths and then 34 and 721 thousandths. Okay, so sulit natin to. Hindi kayo malito. Okay? As we can see here, ito yung kanilang ones place, ito yung kanilang decimal point, tens place, hundreds place. Dito may tatlong digit, dito dalawa, dito dalawa. Pwede ka maglagay ng 0. Dito ito. Okay? And then just add 0 plus 1, you have 1. 7 plus 5, you have 12. Plus 2, you have 14. And then yung 1, doon sa susunod na digit. So we have 1 plus 7, that's 8. Plus 2, that's 10. Plus 7, 17. So you write there 7, then you regroup to the next number. 1 plus 0, that's 1. Plus 3, that's 4. Plus 4, that is 8. And then since wala namang number din dyan, iba mo na lang yung 3, and then decimal point. So this is your answer. Okay? That is in addition. Mas madali. Now, we'll go to the next one, which is now the subtraction. This is a bit different kasi meron ng rule na kailangan tayong sundin. Okay? So, let's try this one. So, merong parts ang ating what do you call this equation. Okay, dito yung puro number lang. Let's see for a while. Equation yan, word problem. Okay, okay, so add for numbers to solve. Okay, so wala siyang masyadong binigay na subtraction. Okay, gawa na lang tayo ng iba. Ano dito ang ibang binigay siya? Baka doon sa taas. C. Tingnan natin kung meron siyang binigay. No, wala siyang binigay na mga numbers. So, let's just try to make our own. So, let's do subtraction. So, when we subtract, ang binabawasan natin ay yung number na nasa ibabaw. Hindi natin binabawasan yung number na nasa ilalim. For example, in a usual subtraction of a number, so let's say we have 42 minus 25. Okay? Usually, ang nangyayari kasi sa nagiging usual way of students answering subtraction is that kung ano ang malaki, yun ang binabawasan. But that is not the point here. Kailangan natin maintindihan na kung ano ang nasa ibabaw na number, yun ang babawasan. Okay? So, halimbawa, 2 minus 5. Sasabihin ng iba dyan, Sir, 3. Pag ang ito ang sagot mo, napakamalaking mali niyan. Mali. Why? Kasi, in 2 minus 5 at ang sagot mo ay 3, ang binawasan mo, etong 5. 5 ang binawasan mo, hindi yung 2. Okay? So, hindi pwede. Kung iyan ay 5 minus 2, yes, the answer is 3. Pero in this example, 2 minus 5. So, hindi yan pwede. So, ang gagawin mo is you need to borrow to the next digit. Hindi yan pwedeng 3. Okay? 2 minus 5, 3 ang sagot. Mali. Kung yan ay 5 minus 2, yan, tama ang 3. Ang binawasan kasi dito ay 5, kaya 3. So, mali. Tataan, ang binabawasan ay yung number na nasa taas. So, let's do that. Okay. So, 42 minus 25. So, remember, this is just a review about subtraction of numbers. So, dahil ang 2 ay hindi pwedeng bawasan ng 5. So, kumbaga, meron kang 2. Sige nga, itong 2, bawasan mo nito. Pwede ba? Makakakuha ka ba ng 5 dito? Hindi. Kasi this is smaller compared to this one. So, hindi pwede na ito ay babawasan nito. So, you have to borrow. So, in borrowing, you just cancel this one. Siya ay magiging 3. Babawasan ng isa. At yung isa na kinuha dito, that is not 1. Yun ay 10. So, yung 2 mo magiging 12. Okay? So, you now have 12 minus 5, you have 7. And then 3 minus 2, you have 1. Okay? To check if your answer is correct, para malaman mo kung tama ba ito. Sir, tama ba to? I-add mo itong dalawa in checking. For you to find out if your answer is correct, you're going to add this. When you add, kailangan yung original na number ang kanya magiging sagot. So, let's see. So, 25 plus 17. 5 plus 7, that is 2. Group 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1, you have 4. 42. O, yun. Okay. Okay, to check if your answer in the subtraction or in subtraction is correct, you add the subtrahend and the difference. Okay? So, nga pala, let's not forget the numbers or yung tawag sa bawat number na nasa ibabaw. Yung number na nasa ibabaw, so let's take this for example. Yung number na nasa ibabaw, ang tawag doon ay minuend. Okay? Yung number na nasa baba, tawag dyan ay subtrahend. Sorry, hindi nagkasya. At yung sagot ay tinatawag natin na difference. Difference ang tawag sa kanya. Again, the number on top is what we call the minuend. The number below it we call is the subtrahend. And the answer is what we call the difference. Okay. So let's proceed na to the subtraction of decimals. We'll be making our own example. Okay, so let's say we have 0 minus 34 hundredths minus 0 and 21 hundredths. So dito, remember, since that is subtraction, you will be using the process in adding wherein you're going to write the numbers vertically. So, sulat mo po ba? 0 and 34 hundredths minus 0 and 21 hundredths. Okay? Just like in addition, siguraduhin mo na yung numbers o yung place value ng numbers ay magkakapantay. So, pantay, 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 pantay. Okay? So, subtract. 4 minus 1, you have 3. 3 minus 2, you have 1. Copy the decimal point. Since parehong 0, bring down mo lang. Okay? So, how to check if your answer is correct? So, ito yung sagot natin. How to check if your answer is correct? Kung malaman natin, ito, i-add mo dun. Add. Kapag in-add mo, kailangan ito ang sagot. Okay, paano yun? Let's do that. So, combine natin itong dalawa. Itong dalawa, combine natin, i-add natin. So, we have 0 and 21 hundredths plus 0 and 13 hundredths. Kapag in-add, kailangan ito ang lalabas na sagot. 1 plus 3, you have 4. 2 plus 1, you have 3. Decimal point, 0. 0 and 34, ayun. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating sagot na 0 and 13 hundredths, ito ay tama. Okay? Now, paano naman kung ibang example? Okay, let's say Sabihin natin na kunyari ay meron siya na given na 0 and 62 hundredths minus 0 and 241 thousandths. Okay? Again, isulat mo siya ng baba. 0 and 62 hundredths minus 0 and 241 thousandths. Okay? Now, makikita natin dito na ito may dalawang digit ng decimal, dito may tatlong digit. So, pwede bang bring down yon? No, hindi pwede. Why? Kasi this is subtraction. The first thing that you will do kapag may kulang na decimal or walang katapat is you are going to add 0. Remember, magdadagdag kayo ng 0 kahit na walang nakasulat na 0 dyan, dito after the 2. Since dun sa baba mong number, dun sa iyong subtrahend ay mayroong tatlong digit, make sure na meron ka ding tatlong digit dito. Okay? So, nagdagdag ka. Now, subtract. 0 minus 1. Pwede ba? Yung 0 ba, pwede mong bawasan ng 1? Hindi. So, you need to borrow to the next digit. So, itong si 2 ay magiging 1. Okay? Itong 0 mo magiging 10. So, 10 minus 1, you have 9. Okay, next. 1 minus 4. Pwede ba? Ito bang 1? Pwede bang bawasan ng 4? Pwede nga. 1 minus 4. Pwede? Hindi, syempre. So, again, kung ano yung ginawa mo doon, borrow again. So itong si 1, manghihiram mo yan kay 6. So, si 6 ay magiging 5 at si 1 magiging 11. So, 11 minus 4, you have 7. Then, 5 minus 2. Dahil itong 6, 5 na lang siya dahil nanghiram to. 5 minus 2, have 3. Decimal point, 0. Okay? To check if the answer is correct, combine this and then add. Para makuha yung number na nasa ibabaw. So, let's try that. Have 0 and 241 hundredths plus 0 and 379 thousandths. 1 plus 9, that's 0. Group 1, that is 12. Group 1, that is 6. Decimal point, 0. Now, nakita niyo doon, dito walang 0, di ba? Dito. Wala naman diyang 0, pero bakit dito nagkaroon ng 0? Ito. Tandaan nyo na itong 0 na to ay dinagdag lang din natin yan. So, still, kahit wala yung 0, ayun pa din siya. Okay? Or, ayun pa din. Okay, so that's how you subtract decimals. Okay? Now, paano naman kung sa baba naman yung kulang yung digit? So, let's say we have 0 and 241 minus 0 and 0, let's say 6 hundredths. Okay, so sulat mo yun ang pababa. 0 and 241 thousandths minus 0 and 6 hundredths. Okay, so itong dito sa number sa taas, tatlo yung kanyang decimal place. Dito, dalawa yung kanyang decimal place. Don't worry. Kailangan mo lang gawin is make sure na lagyan mo siya ng number. So, lagyan mo ng 0. Okay? You can put 0 there kasi wala namang value yung 0 para hindi ka malito na ang bawat number magkaroon siya ng katapat. So, subtract 1 minus 0, that is 1. 4 minus 6, pwede ba? Hindi. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng bawasan ang yung 4 dahil 4 lang siya. 6 is bigger than 4, so hindi mo pwedeng bawasan ng anim yung 4. So, 4 will have to borrow to the next digit. So, ito ay magiging 1. At ito ay magiging 14. So, 14 minus 6, you have 8, and then 1 minus 0, that's 1, decimal point 0. Okay, so ito yung sagot natin. Again, to check if the answer is correct, add, at yun dapat ang lalabas na sagot. That's right. Combine natin. 0 and 0, 60. Nagkaroon ng 0 doon, kahit wala doon dahil nagdagdag tayo para lang may katapat. Plus 0 and 181. Okay, so let's add. So we have here 1, we have here 4, 1, have here 2, decimal point, and then 0. You know, as you can see, same pa din sila ng lumabas na sagot. Okay, so kapag ganun, sabihin, this is correct. Okay, so that is how you subtract decimals, and that's how you add also. So again, if you're having trouble in answering the numbers, you can still go back, review, balikan mo yung rules para ma-recall mo. Okay, so that's it. So thank you. Study hard. Ang sasagutan lang natin at ipapasa ay sa papel lang yung post-test. Okay, I'll give also the they call this instruction later on. Okay, so thank you, and then focus on your studies, tapos and then we'll do it. Okay, thank you and bye bye.